So I want to ask you some questions about what's been going on with you lately.
Okay.
So, where were you born and raised?
Well, I was raised in Reedsville.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Chapel Hill because, mom's had complications, so they had to fly us to Chapel Hill, but I'm Reedsville. But my birth certificate say Chapel Hill.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So, what was like growing up in that city?
In Reedsville, it's interesting.
It's a small town.
It is. Everybody know everybody, and everybody's related to everybody pretty much. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting town. Yeah.
Yeah. So so where you live at right now?
I'm back in Reedsville now. I'm in Reedsville, so just it's Reedsville.
You know, when we were growing up, like we were kids, like you wish you lived in a bigger city now. As you got older,
Yeah.
you wanted more like quiet,
Yeah,
a quiet setting.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because I grew up in Reedsville too. So, but like later on, around 19, I moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Everything's different.
Yeah,
It's like
it's more like when you're younger, you crave the fast pace, and then the older you get, it's more like, okay, well, I guess Reedsville ain't too bad. I can still travel everywhere I need to go. So I like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I just travel where I gotta go, and then I come back to the quiet.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'll ask you something. How long have you been in the rap game, and where are you now at the point in your career?
How long I've been doing it seriously, or how long I've been when I started rapping?
When you started?
Probably about 15 years ago. And I started. I started taking it more seriously probably about 5 years ago. No, hold on. About 7 years ago, which is crazy because I always had the talent, but I was on other stuff, so I wasn't taking the rapping serious, which I should have, because I've been way further than I am now.
Okay. So who are you listening to right now?
At this point in time,
Yeah.
famous wise or locally?
Anybody.
Right now, of course, I like J. Cole. And if Kendrick put out something, I like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But I like Spade the GOAT from Reedsville. You know what I'm saying? Wayne, I like him a lot. Doc Diesel, he from Virginia, but he's been living in North Carolina probably about 10 years now. So I'm gonna consider him a North Carolina artist. I really I like what he do. You know what I'm saying? I like Kodak Black. People gonna be surprised I say that, but I like Kodak Black.
Black.
Yeah, I do. I didn't like him at first. I thought he was horrible, but I ain't give him a chance. Now I gave him a chance and listened to him. I think he dope. You know what I'm saying?
I think with the new rappers, you don't give a chance, but it's like some point in time you're gonna listen to them.
Yeah.
Like one or two songs that they have.
Yeah, I listen to him, and I listen to and somebody, you might disagree, but when I listen to him, cause it's like, oh, I don't like him. He ain't lyrical, but after listening to him, I'm like, you know what? He all right. He actually spitting. I just couldn't get past the voice at one time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think he is dope. And and of course I still listen daily to my Tupacs and Nas and stuff like that. So
yeah, old school.
Yeah.
I listen to that one. So.
And Kanye, I still listen to Kanye. I don't like him, but I listen to Kanye.
He went downhill. I think he went downhill a little bit. Well, not me.
I agree, but I feel like he catered to the now times, and like the Kanye we was used to is he's less than that now, but the Kanye now is still better than almost 90% of the people, in my personal opinion. I like it.
Right. So let's go back. So go back to Reedsville, like the small town you grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
What part of Reedsville you grew up?
I grew up on West End, but I mean I've lived on the East Side a few times. But you know, pretty much Duke Street with Marcellus and Lindsay and Piedmont, and you know, but I got a strong friendship with people from the East Side I would say more than West Side, you know, because some of my best friends, even though they lived on West End later, but they came from East Side, so those were like my core friends growing up, you know. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of back and forth. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of Do you see a lot of people you grew up with, or?
No.
Yeah, now.
Nah, I mean, being completely honest, you know, it's like it's Reedsville, you know. I get along with a few, but I don't talk to a lot. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion is, I think I'm cool with everybody, but every once in a while I realize I'm not. So, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I don't see that many people. I like I said, I live in Reedsville, but I'm not in Reedsville. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Same here. So what are your influences? Like, who did you listen to while you were coming up?
Definitely Tupac. I'm probably the biggest Tupac fan. Like, that's my guy. Scarface, Corrupt, Nas. Of course, I like Rakim. Like those are my influence. Like, and a lot of people, other people probably wouldn't give a second thought about. Like Hussein Fatal from Tupac's group, The Outlaws. Tupac was Tupac, but to me, he was the better artist, lyrical artist out the group.
I believe it.
Like, so I love Pop, and to me, he's a better artist than Hussein Fatal. But lyrically, he was way ahead of him, and so
he was ahead of his time.
Yeah. So that was my guy, and who else I listen to? I listen to a lot of people. Boot Camp Click. That's why I came on listening to them. Wu-Tang, of course. But out of Wu-Tang, people probably wouldn't pick ODB to be their favorite, but that was that was my favorite. Yeah.
That's right. I think Tupac. Something about his voice, it just like it stood out.
It was the emotion he put in what he was saying. You know, like I said, I'm a big Pac fan, so I've heard all the mainstream music and all the underground music and the unreleased stuff. So I've heard lyrical content. So when people say he ain't lyrical, I can't say it wasn't because he was lyrical, but it was mainly because what he talked about and an emotion, like you felt it. You know what I'm saying? I could dig what he was talking about. I went through a lot of things, similar things that he talked about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why he's my favorite artist.
So, you notice like the Gemini artists, who are Geminis, like Kanye, Tupac, Prince, they all have like some type of magical creativity.
How did I leave Prince out though? See, I started talking about rappers. I left out artists
I said Prince.
I left out artists that I actually listen to other than rap.
Andre.
Oh yeah, of course, Andre and Big Boy. Big Boy is my favorite out of Outkast until Dre started spazzing. He just thought, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe it was out the Erykah Badu, I don't know. But he just went crazy. To me, Big Boy was like, okay, it's Big Boy, then it's Andre. They're both good, but I really liked Big Boy. But then it was like, at one point in time, it's like, oh my God, Andre is just, he stepped it up and he never let up. And Dre, Big Boy still did his thing, but it wasn't as catchy. Yeah, it wasn't catchy. I like Andre a lot.
I read something about Andre, about him not feeling confident while he's recording or making music? You're not confident about what he's doing.
I can dig it. I'm not confident about the stuff I do sometimes. Well, a lot of times. I put it like this. I create music because I love it. To me, it might be dope, but now, like, I'm a little more conscious of, well, I didn't say conscious. For some reason, I'd be like, well, I wonder what they're going to think about it. You know what I'm saying? It was more maybe fulfilling before you start thinking what people would think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do this, and if I like it, I know other people like that. It's more like, well, they like I can make a song over a certain type of beat and talk about the same thing, but if I put it over a trap beat or something like that, now they love it. You're like, you mean, you see, like, it sounds crazy, but I literally start getting thousands of views off of talking about the same thing that I've been talking about, but put it over a trap beat. Like, it's crazy.
So how would you describe your style of music?
It depends. It depends. I got a lot of styles. So it depends. Like, I can make club music. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can make street music. I am slowly venturing away from the street music, but you know what I'm saying? I can make conscious music.
So you're like versatile.
Yeah, it depends on what you like. Whether you, I guess some people say, hey, I like the earlier music you was doing. I like the new stuff, but that music was better. But I'm like, okay, well, you wouldn't stream it or sharing it. So I took the same thing I was doing there and just put it over the type of beats you hear on the radio, pretty much. I'm still being lyrical. I didn't dumb it down extra or nothing. I just made it more fashionable, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I like that. I like one of your last music videos. The one with the strip club. I can't remember what the name of it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
That was cool. We actually did that for the Reasonable Nation project.
Mm-hmm.
That was Tabatsi, and I think he was the head of it, putting it together. It never came out, which it should have, because I did 2 tracks on there, which were both good, and I heard some other tracks on there, which was better than what I did, to be honest. They never put it out. It never shot no video, so I said, you know what? We actually recorded that song, me and Rico, John Locke. We recorded that song for that project 2 years prior. And so I said, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna do nothing with it. I'll take it and do something with it. And I hit my man's Nino Rue up, and he jumped on it. And we got some females in there, Butterfly, which is one of my favorite entertainers. Got her in there, and we shot a video. You know what I'm saying? I just still really wish that project would have came out. Like, it had some really good songs on it.
I wouldn't have known that. How you know about the Reasonable Project?
It was called Reasonable Nation.
Reasonable Nation.
And I think it's been a minute, but if my memory serves me right, Tabatsi was putting it together. I don't know what happened, why it went south, but yeah, it was becoming a pretty good project. Reasonable got a lot of talent.
That's dope.
Reasonable got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, and everybody got connections. Outside of Reedsville, outside of North Carolina. It's just the point of everybody actually saying, hey, okay, well, you got this connection, you got this connection, I got this connection. Let's all, because, we small, we all know each other and all related. If everybody said, hey, let's put these connections together, like, we literally could have a booming little small city where everybody made money. And that's what I'm on right now.
I just wish they had a bigger stage, built outside stage, or like a music venue. Like, they could turn that movie theater into a music.
It ain't gonna happen.
It would be a good idea.
It ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna say why it ain't gonna happen, but it ain't gonna happen. But yeah, I don't know that's what I'm on right now. I'm trying to get everybody that deal with me and don't deal with me. I reach out to even people that don't deal with me. I'm trying because there's no reason why we ain't got a platinum star from Reedsville right now with all the talent we got. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't me, you know, like these younger guys, they killing it right now. So
how you feel about the older artists trying to, come back out versus the ones that the younger ones that are already out right now?
I love it. Yeah. And the reason I like it because it's needed and it's wanted. Because if you think about it, you hear the younger artists on the radio, but if you look at record sales, the older artists is really selling the records. They really have a fan base. If you look at what's really going on, if not just listening to what's going on the radio or videos you see and how many views they got. If you look at actual record sales, the older artists are selling, when they do drop, they're selling more records. The Eminems, the Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're actually selling records, selling not just streams, you know what I'm saying? So, and I enjoy it.
I do too.
I enjoy it.
So, I think older artists, or they say they want to make it as much, but do you think they're making a lot of money now? Now,
and that's one thing I say about the younger artists that I look at coming up. You can't trap them in no BS deal. You see what I'm saying? You could, and you might make money, but they're gonna figure it out sooner than later because they don't need you. You see what I'm saying? They don't need a major label now. Back then, it wasn't like the artists we grew up listening to. You could trap them in the 360 over and over again. The contract, you can get them again because they need. You know what I'm saying? They wanted that machine and needed that machine. As now, now, you know, I mean, some people are still taking it. They're taking more profit, like your shows and all that now, but.
But the thing is, they're not gonna get paid like they have.
I agree, but some. I put it like this: it depends on the artist if that's what they want. Because I still see the benefit to it.
Okay.
Because once you get that machine behind you, that's what it's you're gone. You see what I'm saying? But I also see the disadvantages. But I also see artists who we don't hear on the radio. They're getting more money than the artists we think are really getting money because they signed to a major label and we hear them on the radio and we see them everywhere. But they're not getting as much money as some of these completely independent artists. So
I'm asked this question. So how do you feel about the gay rappers who's coming out now? Like Saucy Santana?
That's their thing. That's their thing. That's what they want to do. It ain't up to me to say anything about it. They do what they do.
Lighten it up.
But yeah, like I was saying, that's their business. It's not my concern. I've worked with gay artists, gay producers. It don't make no difference. As long as they don't come off on me like that, it don't bother me. I like street music, and I go back and forth from it goes back to me being a pop fan. I like street music, but I also like conscious music. But I don't want to hear a whole conscious album or a whole street album. I need some, you know what I'm saying? Or I need a balance,
Balance.
Street, conscious, party, you know what I'm saying? I need all that for me to become a diehard fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what makes you stand out from everybody?
Everybody?
Yeah.
Honestly, you might disagree. Somebody else might disagree. I just think I'm better than everybody. But, that's neither here nor there. Let's just be honest. I can do it all. I got the lyrical content. Mm-hmm. I can make the party stuff. I can make the conscious stuff. I can make the street. You know what I'm saying? I can do it all. And I'm good at it. So, yeah.
It sounds good.
And I don't think I sound like nobody else.
That's what you want. You want to sound like.
I don't think I sound like nobody else. You know, you got artists who you be like, oh, he sound like Future, or he got that Drake. I don't think I sound like. I could be wrong, but I don't think I sound like nobody else, and I don't attempt to sound like nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
That's not supposed to be. Speaking of Future, so what do you think about what he's doing right now, as far as his new photo shoot with GQ? I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Nah, I ain't seen. I've been real busy.
I feel like he stepped up to the fancy side.
I don't know. I like Future, man. It ain't really much Future can do wrong. I like Future, man. I don't know. I hadn't seen it though, but I know for sure I like his music, and he's a character, man.
You know, I like the artist who has character do character music.
Mm-hmm.
Someone like Ludacris.
Yeah. I'm a Ludacris fan too.
So do you think the baby is compared to him? Do you think they're alike, or?
I seen other people saying that. I don't think that's fair. Okay. Because I could see if he sounded like him or even made similar music, it's totally different artists. Mm-hmm. And just because he got a sense of humor, you know what I'm saying, don't mean, or he say something funny, you know, while he rapping, don't mean that people should compare him to Ludacris. Right. Two different artists. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, how do you feel about the music industry right now?
Yeah, I don't really know the answer. I mean, it is what it is, you know. It's the music industry. I think, fortunately for artists and people who want, or whatever you want to do to be in the music industry, we see a lot now that we would have never seen, like when we were growing up. We'll let you know, hey, it ain't all glamorous, you know. So you can choose to opt out of it before you get to that certain points. You know what I'm saying?
Some artists don't understand that it's more like a business.
Right.
It's like more than music, and some artists I don't understand.
Yeah, I took I had those ones from doing music just to understand the business side of it. Mm-hmm. You know, because it makes no sense to make countless videos and songs and do this and do that, and you don't see nothing back from it. So, yeah. And that mainly comes from people thinking that all you got to do is make music. And it's
music, they can come anytime. Like you could go make music anytime, but it's like business. Like you gotta watch out who's taking what.
Right. Yeah.
What type of accountants you need to get involved with.
The main thing is that I've noticed, which I've been trying to teach the few artists that do rock with me in the field. You know what I'm saying? Because like, hey, your paperwork got to be right. You know, the people don't understand publishing, the copyrights, and the difference between mechanical and, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't their fault. Nobody's telling them. You know, just like nobody told me. I put out music for years and didn't know nothing other than getting ASCAP or BMI and copyrights. Nobody ever told me about Song Trust or any of this other stuff. Like, you know, so that's what, like I said, that's what I'm on now. Like, you know, trying to put people on in the city about stuff like that, because you can, because some of them be having nice buzzes and it could be lucrative to them, but they don't know no better, and nobody's telling them, hey, you getting all these streams and all these plays, you recoup some of the money you didn't put in. Or it could be all profit because they already got their own studio set up and they shooting their own videos. Mm-hmm. So that's all profit. All you did was create, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's telling them what to do. Nobody's saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to register here, or you need to pay to do this. That way you can see all your money all around, instead of just saying, hey, get your join ASCAP, CSAC, or BMI, or get your copyrights, because that don't pay you all the money that you recouping, and then you're just leaving it out there. You're just leaving money Like, nobody's telling them that. Nobody's telling them to register as not only a songwriter, but also register as a publishing company. So that way, because you're only getting 50% as a writer, you're never gonna see that other 50% if you don't. It just goes wherever it goes if you don't register as a publisher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to, like, especially some of them, like, they really getting good streams, like, and they getting some tension. You want the money you earn pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, and I just want to get at, like, who's your favorite female artist right now?
Favorite female artist?
Yes.
I argue with everybody about this
The rapper.
because she ain't my favorite female artist anymore.
Okay.
But she could go back to being it if she go back to how she was. It's Nicki Minaj. I've never heard a female outspell her. I've never heard too many males outspell her, to be honest with you. But then of course she did what made money, but when I got put on Nicki, it was mixtapes. I was like, that's some of the coldest stuff I ever heard spit. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite female artist right there. Even to the pop stuff she do, like, you see the talent in it. You take it for what it is. I just don't like that type of music.
Around the 90s, right?
Uh-huh.
When when Eve came out.
I wasn't a fan of Eve.
You wasn't a fan?
No.
But I know, but like when she was with Rough Riders,
Mm-hmm.
she was free to do whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't put her in the box like, you should be like, look, Kim, okay. So how do you feel about, what's the thing between Lil' Kim, Foxy, and Eve around the late 90s?
I always been a fan of Kim,
Okay.
but I like the Foxy better. But Eve just didn't get it for me. I didn't enjoy her music that girl.
She was more like conscious.
I wouldn't
Like
say,
Love Is Blind.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't give her conscious.
You don't think so?
I think she was an average rapper who took advantage of the opportunity and made money, and I mean, it can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just didn't think she was that great of an artist. She wasn't a Lil' Kim or Foxy or Brat. You know? I just didn't. Yeah, she didn't get it for me.
And what about the new artists, the new female, like Coi Leray and?
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
What's the girl's name? Shinsia, the one who's from around the Creek. She's from the islands, like Nicki.
What song she sing?
I have no idea. I just saw her on social media.
Some people I might come across them. I don't like their music. I'll never
Erica
look at them
Banks.
again. She alright. She alright. But I like Coi Leray and what's the little skinny girl with all the tattoos, man? Enchanted. I like her.
I've heard.
I like her a lot. I like her raps, but she didn't start putting out songs with her singing, and even they sound good. Like, I'm a big fan of her though. I really like her a lot. Yeah, that's her name, Enchanted.
Okay.
She's really good. Used to be heavy on social media. I had to get off of it. It's just sometimes it be a bit much.
Yeah.
You find yourself worrying about people you have no idea who they are.
You're right.
Like, wait, hold on. Why I feel some kind of way? I don't even know these people. Yeah, I had to back up off of it. I'm like, you see it so much, you start getting invested in it.
I agree. So that's our time. So thank you for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And anytime, man, make sure you hit me up for another interview. I'm going to be dropping a lot of music.
Okay.
I'm going to be dropping a lot of music, and it's going to go.